Welcome to Aventra. Module 2, Dart Basics. This is Lesson 11 of 11, Comments. We will cover this topic deeply with clear examples so you can use it in real Dart and Flutter projects. Comments are notes inside your code that the computer ignores, but humans read. They help you and your team understand why code exists and how it should be used. In this final lesson of Module 2, we learn how to write effective comments in Dart. Single-line comments start with 2 forward slashes. Everything after them on that line is ignored by the compiler. Use these for short explanations, quick notes, or temporary debugging comments. Multi-line comments start with /** and end with */. They can span several lines and are useful for longer explanations, license headers, or documenting a block of logic. Dart also supports documentation comments with //, which tools can turn into generated docs. You will see these in packages and professional code bases. Good comments explain why, not what. If your code says userAge equals int.parseInput, a comment saying parse userAge is redundant. A useful comment might explain why parsing happens here, or why a default value is chosen when input is invalid. Comments are also helpful for to-do notes, reminding you to improve something later, or for warnings about tricky behavior that should not be changed casually. But avoid over-commenting obvious code. Too many unnecessary comments create noise and become outdated quickly. In team projects, clear comments reduce confusion and speed up onboarding. In solo projects, they help future you remember context weeks later. Use comments thoughtfully. Keep them updated when code changes, and your Dart code base will stay readable and professional. Congratulations on completing Module 2, Dart Basics. You now understand variables, types, operators, input, strings, numbers, booleans, conversion, and comments. These fundamentals are the foundation of every Flutter app you will build next. Let us recap comments. Key point 1// for single-line comments. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 2/**/ for multi-line comments. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 3. Explain why, not what obvious code does. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 4. Use comments for to-dos and warnings. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Now study the code example carefully. Read each line from top to bottom. Try to predict the output before running the program. Then type the same code in your editor, run it, and modify one value at a time. When you experiment line by line, the concept becomes much clearer than just listening. Practice exercise. Create a small Dart program that uses today's concept at least 3 times. First, use it in a simple example. Second, combine it with an if condition. Third, print the result so you can verify your understanding. This 3-step practice method is simple, but very effective for long-term memory. Common beginner mistake: rushing to Flutter widgets before understanding Dart basics. If variables, types, and operators are clear, Flutter becomes much easier because you are only learning UI patterns, not programming fundamentals at the same time. Keep a notebook of short code snippets from each lesson. Review those snippets for 5 minutes daily. Small daily review beats long sessions once a week. Thank you for learning with Aventra. Practice comments today and continue to the next lesson.